The drone hovered above the water, silent, patient, the way I had learned to be. My phone screen glowed in the dark kitchen as the live feed stabilized. Wind rippled across the Mediterranean. A white yacht cut through the blue like a blade. Then the camera tilted. And I saw her, champagne in hand, laughing. Her head leaned back the way it used to when I told a joke at dinner. The same laugh I had spent 22 years protecting. Except now it wasn't for me. She leaned against a tall man in a linen shirt. His arm wrapped casually around her waist. Too familiar, too practiced. The drone drifted lower. Their faces moved closer. A kiss. Slow, unapologetic. My thumb hovered over the screen, recording, of course. A second later, my phone buzzed with another call. My daughter-in-law. I almost ignored it. But curiosity won, I answered. Her voice burst through the speaker, sharp and impatient. If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes. Silence filled my kitchen. She laughed on the other end, clearly surrounded by people, waiting for me to react, waiting for humiliation. I stared at the drone footage replaying on my phone. Another kiss on the yacht. Another laugh. Enjoy, I said calmly. Then I ended the call. Above the water, my drone captured everything. And for the first time in months, I understood exactly what I was looking at. Betrayal rarely arrives with a scream. It seeps in quietly, like water through cracked glass. For months, something had been wrong. Not obvious, not dramatic, just small absences. Late nights that didn't match explanations. Trips that appeared suddenly. A phone that turned face down more often than before. I noticed everything. I always do. But suspicion is a strange creature. You cage it with logic. You starve it with excuses. Until one moment feeds it too well. That moment came 3 weeks ago. My wife mentioned a girls' sailing weekend. She said it casually while making coffee. I nodded. Said nothing. But the timing bothered me. Her friends weren't sailors. They hated open water, and she packed new dresses. Expensive ones, not beachwear. Dresses for being seen. That's when I bought the drone. A small machine with quiet rotors and a camera sharper than most eyes. I told no one. I didn't accuse. Didn't argue. Because accusations give liars time to prepare. Truth prefers silence. Now the footage played again on my screen. Champagne. The man's hand sliding across her back. Her lips finding his again like muscle memory. Not a mistake. Not drunken curiosity. Practice. My chest felt strangely calm. 22 years of marriage. Reduced to a yacht deck and a glass of champagne. But the story wasn't finished. Because betrayal never travels alone. It brings companions. And I had a feeling this one brought greed. The next morning I made breakfast. Eggs, toast, coffee. Routine is a powerful disguise. My wife sat across from me, scrolling through her phone. Sunlight hit her face gently. The same face from the drone footage. She smiled at something on her screen. Not at me. I asked one question. How was the sailing trip? She didn't look up. Relaxing? A pause. The girls drank too much. Interesting. The yacht video had exactly 2 people on deck. Her and the man. I nodded. Sipped my coffee. Inside my mind, gears began turning. I checked bank statements that afternoon. Small withdrawals at first. Boutique, jewelry stores, hotels. Then the larger transfers appeared. Money moved slowly over time, disguised as renovations or investments. A quiet siphon. Nearly $400,000. My money, our money. Or what she believed was our money. I requested phone records next. Private investigator services are surprisingly affordable. When you already suspect the answer. The man's name appeared quickly. Daniel Mercier, French investor, owner of the yacht, divorced twice, a reputation for expensive hobbies, and married women. The pattern was clean. Dinner meetings, weekend trips, a villa rental in Monaco. My wife had not been careless, but she had underestimated one thing. Patience. I let 3 weeks pass, collected every message, every transfer, every photograph. The drone footage alone was devastating. But evidence is stronger when it stacks. Like bricks in a wall, eventually, you trap someone inside it. The envelope arrived Tuesday morning. Printed photographs, bank records, travel confirmations, and the drone stills. I laid them across the dining table. A quiet museum of betrayal. That evening she walked in humming. Dropped her purse on the chair. Then froze. Her eyes moved slowly across the table. The yacht. The kiss. The man. Color drained from her face. Where did you... I slid one photo closer, her lips touching his. Mediterranean sunset behind them. She covered her mouth. I spoke softly. Daniel Mercier. Her breathing quickened. I can explain... I raised a hand. She stopped immediately. Silence stretched between us like ice. You moved $400,000, I said calmly. Her shoulders trembled. I was going to pay it back. I almost smiled. The desperation was predictable. What is he to you? The question wasn't curious. It was surgical. Tears filled her eyes. A mistake. I nodded slowly. Then I stood, collected the photos, and walked out of the room. Behind me, she whispered my name. But the truth had already finished speaking. 2 days later, my phone rang. My daughter-in-law again. Her voice carried the same mocking edge. So, still planning to wash dishes for Thanksgiving? I leaned back in my chair. Behind me, floor-to-ceiling windows revealed snow-covered mountains. Switzerland was quiet this time of year. My new villa sat high above Lake Geneva. Clean air, clean silence. No, I said. Then I sent a message to the family group chat. Just one photograph. The villa. Glass walls. Infinity pool overlooking the Alps. Caption. My new home. The phone began vibrating instantly. My daughter-in-law called again. Then again, and again. I let it ring. By the time the calls reached 71, I finally answered. Her voice was suddenly sweet. Oh, we didn't know you were traveling. I moved, I said calmly. A pause. What about the house? I sold it. And the family Thanksgiving? I watched snow drift across the lake. Quiet. Perfect. Enjoy it, I said. Then I hung up. Somewhere across the ocean, my wife was discovering another surprise. The divorce papers and the empty accounts. Night settled over the Alps. The lake reflected moonlight like polished glass. I poured a single drink. Not champagne, just whiskey. No laughter echoed here. No lies. No stolen money. Just silence. People believe revenge is loud, explosive, violent. But real revenge is colder, precise, a quiet removal of everything someone thought they owned. My phone buzzed once more. Her name on the screen. I turned it face down. Some stories deserve answers. Others deserve silence. I finished the whiskey. Watched the mountains disappear into darkness. And realized something simple. She hadn't lost me. She had lost the life I allowed her to live. I, however, lost nothing.